where we have cozy conversations with your favorite Hallmark and holiday stars and community members. I am thrilled to welcome today's guest. She is an accomplished musician as well as one of the original Hallmark Channel fan leaders. Join me in welcoming Danielle!
Hey everybody. Hi Haley. Thank you for having me.
So thank you for joining us on Crown Chats. I'm so excited to have you. So you are an accomplished musician. Tell us a little bit about your music, your band, how you got into that, and what are your current ventures?
Yeah, thank you for letting me spotlight. I write folk music. I'm a singer-songwriter and I perform under the stage name Danielle Ate the Sandwich. That's just kind of a funny name I thought of when I was just getting started performing back in college, and I didn't know that I would sort of carry around this epic stage name with me into adulthood and make a professional career out of it. But I was always a musical kid. I'm lucky that my parents were musical and got me into choir, church choir, violin lessons, piano lessons, and I got to be in Fremont, Nebraska's swing choir. So that was the honor of my life. And I had always loved writing too, writing stories or writing poems. And then so I quietly put them together, quietly because I was a shy kiddo. So I feel like I was a late bloomer, but I know some people bloom even later in life. But around my 20s, I decided that I wanted to actually sing a solo or say something, tell my own stories, and have people look at me instead of being a member of the choir or a member of the orchestra. I wanted to step out and be the solo performer. And since then, I've been releasing albums. I've spent a lot of time touring the US and some international gigs, again, as Danielle Ate the Sandwich. And what's cool now is I'm releasing a new album, a new studio album of songs this year in March. The album's called Fumbling. And the music I write is a lot about my family, the family dynamics, what I believe in, how I view myself and my life. And the song Fumbling, that's the title track, is kind of about how even as we grow up and we get good at our jobs, or we're parents, or we're accomplishing a lot, we can still have these moments where we have no idea what we're doing, and just that constant battle of working through what it is to be a grown-up and what it is to be a human. For me specifically, what it is to be an artist and to keep thriving and creating and getting through that journey. And I also love teaching. I teach a songwriting class called Life as a Songwriter. And so when I first started, I loved just the opportunity to perform and share my songs and stories, but it's evolved for me. I love to teach other people the same gift and to really bring out their creativity and confidence. So anytime I get to be singing music, playing music, listening to music, sharing that with others is a real highlight of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're always posting about these really cool workshops and collaborative events that you're doing. I see one that you do often, the 24-hour album. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is, or if you have anything coming up soon that others can join in on?
Yes, the 24-hour album is a project I started 10 years ago. So in 2025, I did my 10th annual 24-hour album. This started as a project, kind of a songwriting challenge to myself, to literally stay up all night for 24 hours and to write as many new songs as I could in my home studio with the instruments I have, and to invite my fans online to live stream while I do it. So I'm showing everyone my process. And when I first started, it was again about me and my songwriting, and it really became about the community of folks who tune in to support. They give me ideas for songs. They help me finish lyrics if I get stuck. And then the last few years, I've even asked people to send in their recorded vocals to be featured on the album. So I call it a collaborative songwriting experiment where we get to create things together. For me, the process is really showing the vulnerability of creativity. I think sometimes we see like the finished product, the finished movie, and we go, wow, that must be so fun and glamorous and easy. And there's a lot of hard work and frustration and sort of going a little batty that happens in a lot of these experiences. So I like to be honest about what that is and show that to people. And then upcoming, I have this new album. I'm also going to be doing like a listening party and a release show. I'm based in Kansas City, Missouri. So I'm going to be doing a release show here and working on some touring of the US this year. And those dates are to be announced, but I'm really excited to get back on the road. And again, that connection that you get when you get to play for people and meet them, and oftentimes people have really touching stories about an experience they had with one of my songs or one of my workshops. And so I love those moments when we can really dig in with connecting with each other.
Yeah, that's amazing. Not only that you allow others to collaborate with you, but that you're willing to teach and share that with others. So, speaking of collaboration and beautiful art and all these wonderful collaborative creations, you are a huge Hallmark Channel fan, so much so that you were chosen as an original Hallmark Channel fan leader. Can you tell us a little bit about, like, what is your Hallmark story? How did you come to love Hallmark?
My Hallmark story is I had heard of the network and the movies, and seen maybe one or two, but I really got into it just by turning it on during Countdown to Christmas, and realizing that they were playing Christmas movies 24/7. I think my first year of like watching and logging it and remembering the titles of movies and actors and starting to see the patterns of like, oh, that actress was in this one, was like 2004. I'm sorry, 2014. And so that's when I really started to just love what Hallmark movies provide for me still, which is like wholesome, easy, magic, sweet entertainment. I've always loved romantic comedies. And so Hallmark is putting out constant new material for me to enjoy as a fan of that. And then the more I watched, the more my fandom progressed. And so I've just, over the last few years, I think thanks to the internet and the Hallmark Channel #1 fan contest, gotten to meet other fans and realize like how fun it is to have friends who know what you're talking about when you go on a long rant about Kimberly Susted, because my boyfriend Michael is really sweet and supportive, but he of course doesn't follow it quite as closely as I do. So my Hallmark relationship is just, it's something I love and watch often. I try to keep up with all the movies, even though it's really hard. There's so much stuff. We just got through Christmas, so like those of us who know that keeping up with all the Countdown to Christmas and Miracles of Christmas releases is kind of a job. But I just love what it provides to me, comfort and security. And I love the actors who are in the films. I know we Hallmark fans just really start to love the universe that is Hallmark and all the fun friends we make, and the celebrities and the stars who are really fun to follow.
Yeah, Hallmark is the most incredible community, and the connections you make with people, if it's via Instagram, in person at an event, it's like you become instant friends. Like it's an indescribable but just incredible bond that you form with people. All right, well, that brings us to our final segment, which I like to call a little crown to crown, which is just simply a rapid fire response of I give you a topic and you're going to give me the first answer that comes to mind.
I'm ready.
Favorite holiday song?
The Christmas song, performed by Nat King Cole.
An instrument you want to learn to play but haven't mastered yet?
Piano.
What is your dream city, venue, or festival to play a show at?
Ooh, I would love to play the Newport Folk Festival. That's where Bob Dylan and Joan Baez played in the 60s. So I would love to just sort of return to the scene where so many of my heroes have performed.
Favorite non-Christmas Hallmark movie?
Ooh, first thought is Savoring Paris, which was a release last summer with Bethany Joy Lenz. I also love Ring by Spring with Rachel Boston. And I think about this one a lot. It kind of fell under the radar. Do you know Love's Complicated with, I don't even know the actress's name. She was in Charmed. And it's kind of, I like that. It's kind of about like an emotional support group about her boundaries. And that one always just sticks out for me. But you only asked for one and I gave you too many. If they made a Hallmark movie all about the life of Danielle, who would play you? Oh, Kimberly Susted. That'd be the dream.
What is one Hallmark movie moment that you would love to experience in real life?
I love all the scenes with the Northern Lights. I have never seen them. And that's something that when it happens in movies, I go, oh, that would be so fun. Um, I didn't know how you were going to finish your sentence. So the first thing I thought of, I started to think about the scene in Jingle Bell Run, which is a new premiere this year, where they're dancing at like a country line dancing bar. And it's just super romantic and like I've seen it a few times and I get emotional every time and it's just like a lovely mix of like people and dancing and like it feels it's musical and it's very loving and romantic and I would love I'm not really a great dancer and neither is my boyfriend Michael, though we are very much in love, but it would be cool to have like a real romantic dance moment. I don't know that I have had one that I didn't feel kind of awkward, couple. I'm still in eighth grade and doing like this, so that would be fun to just have that moment of pure present with your partner.
And lastly, any charity or organization you would like to give a shout out to that maybe holds a special place in your heart?
Yeah, I love creativity, compassion, and self-expression. So my organization would be the ACLU, which works to defend people's rights. And I just think we all do deserve a chance to be who we are and be free to live that way. So I choose ACLU.
And that wraps us up. Thank you so much for your time. Before we head out, can you just tell everybody where they can find and follow you so they can keep up with all things Danielle?
Yes, I have a website for my music, DanielleAteTheSandwich.com. I'm also active on Hallmark, which is where I met you, Haley, at Danielle Ate the Sandwich. And I also have a YouTube page with lots of songs and covers that I've written and performed. So DanielleAteTheSandwich.com is really the best way to find me all over the internet, making music, talking about Hallmark Channel, and showing you who I am.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. You don't want to miss out on all of the incredible guests we have coming here in the next few weeks, so be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow me at Crown the Halls on Instagram. And until next time, wear your crown. Your crown may tilt, but may it never fall. You are beautiful and you are strong.